Collapsing the field, part B. Let's keep going. This is where we were. The differentiator for success, in Success for Life, are these things. You need to see the difference between your mental model and the real physical universe. Okay. Now, the possibility of making changes is real, but mind identification actually keeps us blocked. And if we can use the physical universe with its tools available, we can just about create anything. The next thing to do is the vision. Look into it and recognize things that might be able to help you. Because the big mistake is our limitations of the physical universe. Whatever is in the universe is there to help you get there to your goals. I mean, for example, what about technology? Look at what you can do with the phone these days. You know, as a very wise teacher once said, he said, master the digital world. Don't let it master you. He's like a modern day Yoda. Master the digital world. Don't let it master you. And there again is our reticular activation system. You know, it's our perception filter. It's like a machine and it is totally automatic. Once programmed, it runs automatically all the time, even when you are asleep. This machine is awesome. It's extraordinary in its actions and reliability, and its computing power is mind-boggling. And it's all yours. But the most important thing to understand is that our reticular activating system runs on the same concept as a good reporter. And what would that be? Never, ever let the news get in the way of a good story, or never let the facts get in the way of a good story. You see, we act as if our labels are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But at best, they are just misperceived reality. The inevitable downward spiral. Part 1. The tipping point from bad to worse. I've been there. You see, the reticular activating system filters out everything that is not a threat or relevant. So therefore, this is so fundamental in terms of it doesn't filter out your goals or purpose. In other words, someone without purpose perishes. Without purpose, you are more sensitive to perceived threats. The more you are a victim, the more you are affected. And you start to identify more and more through the lens of your labels. And this is what causes the spread of prejudice and other distractive thinking. It causes decidedly negative people to not even understand a positive concept, a story, or action of another person. And there's a great story here with this gentleman who obviously confronts the Ku Klux Klan, but in using these concepts, he actually manages to get this member of the Ku Klux Klan to just reconsider his thinking and realize just how destructive and narrow-minded and knee-jerk thinking he really has. Think about seeing a snake whilst out hiking. Oh my God! But what do these guys do when they see a snake like this? It's their McDonald's. Another example, overweight people. They feel it is their right to eat as much as they want. If their body gets fat, then it's their body's fault and the world too. You see, not everybody needs to be thin either. It is a challenge in this life with everything around us today anyway. All the temptations. Just be concerned with one thing, and that is with your passion and what puts you on fire. Come on! Leighton Hewitt, what an absolute classic. We made so much fun of him as a teenager, but he did do it. He did become the world #1 and Wimbledon champion as a spotty, skinny 21-year-old. You can not take that away from him. What about when talking with prospects in business or making a new friend who you really, really like? Don't look into your mind, into the past, and look into the physical universe as to all the previous failures. Look into what is possible and amazing how that mindset can change an outcome. My story in South America. I mean, everyone said don't do it, but I did some pretty daring things over there. I dreamed of a life in South America. I brought a girl back to Australia, had a kid, poorly educated, under the age of 20. I really wanted to help her. Everyone said don't do it. And you know what? It was a really rewarding experience, even though it nearly killed me. But what I know now and what's available to us out there today, besides the pandemic, means that you could really live that life of 6 months in South America and 6 months in Australia, or wherever you want. The tools are there in the real physical universe. It's amazing. Again, the reticular activation system. Open your mind and you will see all the possibilities. Close your mind and you can go from about 400 million bits of information to about 20,000 and collapse the field. Inevitable downward spiral part 2, the spiritual disease of negativity. Mental disease, the scale of winning to losing. A few notes on this I just want to address. And that is that as a person that experiences failure, real or perceived, they will slowly feel more and more threatened in their life, from winner to loser. And that is the result of attaching a negative story to the nature of life, to less than desirable circumstances. I mean, imagine if Sir Thomas Edison felt this way. 10,000 attempts until the solution. Failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. That is success. And having a reticular activation system begin to act more and more on triggers and filter out more and more of what is not a trigger. Have it working for you, not against you. You see, people just give up when life is an amazing adventure to be had. I mean, this is why people with less emotional baggage are able to create better results in life and recover from emotional or physical trauma more quickly. Not losing so much, less knee-jerk, and you can look back and find the good stuff out about it. For me personally, leaving my lifetime job and school, mate, it's the best thing that ever happened. At the time, though, it seemed like it's the worst day of my life. So not true. Inevitable success, healing the mind, mindfulness, and taking control. Awareness of this process can really set you free from the negative side of it. You have to be on purpose to not go down the side of the mind identification and mental mind models and making things a thing. There are two things you need to know to take positive control of this mechanism and get your mind working for you and not against you. You need to know how attention works and how to take proactive control over your attention. Attention has two modes: automatic, like our mind is on autopilot if we allow it. Remember this scene from Flying High, if you're old enough? and intentional. If we go intentionally, then we go ultimately where we want to go. We are not just a passenger in our billion-dollar machine. We are the driver. But when you sit down and you watch the news, you are not controlling what comes into your mind. The internet gives you more options than the TV even. So stop it altogether. Just check in every quarter of the year. The TV is designed to control your attitudes and designed to take you on an emotional roller coaster ride. Some of these advertisements outside, the shopper media, they are scientifically designed to control your attention, as are advertisements and social media. So this program is all about setting yourself free from all of this, your own freedom revolution. Have an intention that you work towards every day. Now, who's seen this movie before? And what a great movie it is, The Matrix, okay? What do? Do you take the red pill or do you take the blue pill? Red to see how deep reality goes and how much control you have. Or blue, just live an unhappy existence pretending you don't have any control anyway. The choice is yours. It's your choice. And every moment you have a choice. And when the shit is hitting the fan, that's when the choice really matters. Exercise. Be mindful, be on purpose, and if you get derailed, see what mental machine is taking control and give that little mutt a name. Trust the process. Look at your future and processes we're doing to bring better things in your life. Embrace it. Trust it more than gravity. Operate on the trust you have today and not in your past. You've got this. See you tomorrow. Day 8.